Hello there. So this will be my new shape or form of content. I would like, I like video games. So for me, I would like to give you some tips and tricks about a certain video game. For instance, I would like to show you right now is Modern Warfare. So I'm, scrolling a bunch of times on YouTube, seeing all these people saying how to get good aim, how to flick, what sensitivity you should go on, like tips for you how to get good. But no one tells you how to be toxic. So I have a tutorial for how to be toxic without you yourself using vulgar languages in front of your parents while you're playing on Xbox. So you don't have to scream, yell your garbage, any profanities in 3 a.m. so your mom don't have to beat your ass on that night. I have a tutorial for that. All right. So without further ado, let's go. Probably most of you already know what's gonna be happening. Of course, we are using an RPG. Now bear with me now. All of you people, let me ask you one simple question. Do you like getting killed with an explosive or any rocket launches? You don't, right? So most of the people don't like to get killed by these explosive thingies. So my advice to you, use an RPG just to cheese your way out of, victory. But it may gonna cost you probably winning the game. Yeah, that thing is just gonna cost you. But if you think the sacrifice is worth it, feel free to go ahead. Right now, I would like to show you my type of loadout. So as you can see here, I use the R90, I should call the piece of shit gun. With I have a choke and forged tack sentry and the dragon's breath, so I can have some range and damage range. Don't forget to put on triple grip tape, so when you're running around, you have a huge advantage about sprint fire speed, so you can shoot way earlier than your enemy. With the Slay of Hand, you can reload, fire 2 shots, reload, fire 2 shots again. Don't forget to run with the pilot headset charm, because come on now, it's gotta look sick, right? And for the tactical grenade, I may recommend you to use a snapshot grenade, while the lethal you should use C4. But if you prefer a bit of range or anything, I should recommend you to use any assault rifle that you want. Mine, I prefer to use a AMAX with a XR Zodiac SM44 with the capacitor, underground commando, and 45 round mags, and with the Slayer hand perk. So if you want to slay enemies fast, I think this is the best loadout and you're gonna get. So of course the perk you already know, you already see it, and the lethal and tactical is still the same. And before you question my expertise on RPG, my weapon of choice happens to be this weapon. All right, I got over 1k kills. Ignore my kill death ratio, okay? Ignore that. You might be thinking why you should take advice from me. Well, it's entirely up to you. I don't give a shit. All right. So when it comes to RPG, you have 4 RPGs at your disposal. Let's just say Freedom Launcher at your disposal. You have a regular RPG, which I always rock with. It's really viable for me, and reloads fast. You got the Sterla, which is not my cup of tea because when the firing range is so shitty, and the Joker, which I don't perfectly use because I can't shoot for shit with this thing. I don't even know how to use this. And you got the Stinger. The Stinger is kind of like the advanced version of the RPG. It still can shoot, but it can also track any object in the air. So without further ado, and let's just jump into a game. Unless you're that type of dude who is the first game will be on shipment. Yeah, things are not gonna be destined this well.
Target down. 1 down. Got them. That's a kill. 2 down. 2 of them down.
So as you can see here, the gameplay in the background, you see that I'm slaying the enemies way harder than you might thought. Oh god, okay. May I just remind you, your only kryptonite on your RPG Crusade is obviously the EOD and the trophy system, which is not big of a deal for me if you can direct impact them.
Be advised, holy crap, I love rockets.
Or probably just melee them, man. Once you combine all your RPG skills and you know how to aim with these RPGs, you're probably gonna land direct hit on the enemy rather than, set the explosive from the side. And I happen to lost this shipment match because I'm trash, okay? I'm trash. So the funny part thing is the guy from that match called the RUI completely say RPG equals brain dead, which for me is still a win for me. I got to copy some big W with some 47 kills and 49 deaths. Yeah, you know what? It still counts as a win if you're on top of the scoreboard while using an RPG. The next match that I got in is just plain old simple. There's some like TTV, Twitch streamer, MLG tryhards. Yeah, the one thing that I love to do doing this RPG Crusade is just when I know the enemy is gonna go there, I'll just patiently sit and wait just to be there. And from this footage right here, you already know because I already caught off guard because I was too busy checking from behind because I thought the enemy is gonna come from behind. And yeah, it's just, you know what? It's the count to win, okay? Come on. But for you, once you start your RPG Crusade, things gonna get a little bit frustrated for your aiming system, especially if you never use an RPG before. I still don't know what you're doing with your life if you're never using explosive rounds, because it's the most viable tactics ever. Come on, you have to use it. Learn to use it if you have to. So all of you who has a learning disability of using an RPG and how to use it very correctly, first you have to aim down sights first before you can fire it. So I recommend you, when you know the enemy is gonna be there, I recommend you aim down sight first, and then once you walk, straight walking while you aim down sight with an RPG, and then once you see the enemy, you straight blast them away. So you might be asking yourself, why the C4? Well, the C4 is currently it's my only way that I can do if I want to suicide bomb or probably just kill myself, because I have a really bad aim using an RPG, because, you know, come on. And I must tell you that maps matter. I mean, I don't know, but somehow the RPGs is struggling on Tank Factory, yet it's really useful on broadcast. For me, the one thing that I love to do in broadcast is just sit in the toilet and wait. Yeah, literally wait. Just caught the enemy by off guard, just wait while using my snapshot grenade to have my advantage. Just wait, and when you know the right time, then the right moment, you're just gonna feel the most satisfying kills ever.
Running low.
When it comes to this RPG Crusade, my advice to you is just to take it easy. All right, just take it easy when you're using an RPG tOxIc Crusade of you. Is to take it easy. You're there not to have fun. You're there is to ruin your enemy's fun. And always have this mindset if you want to ruin someone's fun. It's not about winning. It's about ruining your enemy's fun. Sure, even though they win, they have the satisfaction, but the pleasure there is not enough, because you killed them with an explosive many times, and yet you trigger something inside them, which still big W for you. You may not know, but it's still a big W for you. And at the end of the day, they are gonna queue way try hard lobbies, because the skill-based matchmaking in this Modern Warfare, it's fantastic. I love it. I love it so much, you know. Once you really done that basic RPG, you can go for the Stinger. And I must say, the Stinger is not actually my cup of tea, because I know it has a scope and it has a range to it, because for me, it's not my cup of tea, because the reload is really gonna take a long time, even though I have the amp perk. I believe that's about it. I hope you find this video useful. Please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think. And I know well, I know what you're just gonna say. You're just gonna say to me, wow, Wreckers, you're trash at this game. Let me check you out sometime, which is fine. Okay, I'll take your insults. Come on, just cut me some slack. And yeah, make sure to tune in to the next video where I show you a tutorial how to draw small stick dick.